All right, we are en route to find Zach and I's future home.
Yes.
I have a very special guest coming over to do my makeup.
Really, I'm disappointed in myself for not punching him in the throat.
I had a feeling you'd come back and save me.
Good morning, guys, and welcome to a weekend in my life, which I have not done a dedicated weekend in my life in so long, which technically this isn't even a full weekend in my life because normally I start them on Friday, but I was in the middle of a different vlog yesterday. So this is kind of like a half weekend in my life. I woke up this morning in so much pain, just my entire body. I don't know. I think it's just from playing so much pickleball, doing my burn boot camp workouts, maybe just like over exerting myself. But I have to remember, because in my head I'm like, but I didn't. Like, there are people who like run marathons and like they're fine, and I do one little workout and it's so embarrassing that I'm in pain. But it is what it is. Like, we're all in different phases of our fitness journey, and for me, I'm in so much pain. I have extreme lower back pain. I think I hurt my back on leg day, possibly. I just don't think I was doing great form. And then my ankles are in so much pain, they feel like they're gonna snap off, and that's definitely from pickleball, just all the pickleball I've been playing. It's like a very, like, especially when you're playing singles, like you move to the left side and then you kind of pound your ankles, you move to the right. So my ankles feel like they're just gonna fall off. And just welcome to a vlog of just me complaining about everything. I promise that's not gonna be the theme of this video, guys. Don't worry. I need to tell someone about the pain I'm in. I feel really good about work YouTube for the first time since before December, because I finally feel like I'm like ahead on things. Vlogmas screwed me up because obviously I was filming and editing and uploading every single day. But then after Vlogmas, I took a week off, and then suddenly I had to upload again, and then oh my gosh, I had to film and then upload. I haven't felt like I've been ahead on things, and finally, like, I'm at a good pace, I feel like. And I'm also trying to get ahead on things a little bit just because I do plan on visiting Ohio in a couple of weeks, and obviously, like, I don't want to be working the whole time. I'm going to be vlogging, of course, but I don't want to be like so behind on things and focused on editing and all of that. It's just nice to be a little bit ahead. Today, I'm just doing super light natural makeup, just basically like, what's it called? Like wake me up makeup is what I call it, just to make me look a little bit alive. And Mother and I are going to look at, I think, a couple of open houses on Long Island, which we always just love seeing open houses, but one of them in particular, like, I'm very intrigued to see. No, I don't actually plan on buying it, but it's actually like a good house. It's expensive, but maybe not as expensive as Long Island was like a year ago. Like, prices are definitely dropping. I will say though, it's funny because obviously I moved from New York in 2017. And when I moved, like, I kind of just had like almost like a disgust with it. But I think everyone, not everyone, definitely not everyone, considering so many people still live at home, but a lot of people, I know Zach feels this way, like you kind of just have like a about like your hometown. Like, it's your hometown, so you want to get away and like you want to see something new. And like, at least for me, everything else seemed more interesting than where I was from because I'd never seen it before. But now I will say I like it more than I did, where I'm like, oh, Long Island, like, it's nice. And obviously I have so many people I know here. Like, I no longer feel that like repulsion, and I like it. And I told you guys, what was it, like a couple weeks ago, when I was constantly talking bad about New York. I do that about things I love. Like, I really just do. And like, I have a love for New York. Is it perfect? No. Is it so freaking expensive? Yes. But now that I've been living here for a month, oh my gosh, it's actually exactly a month. Wow. Yeah, it's been exactly a month. And I'm seeing old childhood friends, like, not even that I plan to see, like, that I just bump into in town. Like, it's been so nice. And even though I've happily been in Ohio for years, 5 years, and I made friends and I love everyone, I feel like you kind of just like relate to your hometown peeps in a way that you can't relate to anyone else. You know what I mean? Like, no one will know what it's like growing up on Long Island except for the people who grew up on Long Island, or any city, like insert city here. Okay, I feel like I just put on way too much blush, and I feel like everyone on social media overloads the blush and they look like models. When I do it, all I see is like, literally, it looks like I'm wearing face paint or like a doll. Like, I literally look like some sort of American Girl doll, but not in a good way. Makeup is done. Hair is just going to stay like this, which is totally fine by me because I really took this look for granted when I chopped my hair and I wasn't able to put it in a high bun. But we're back, baby, even though, I mean, you could see it's like kind of it's not all fitting up there, but we're gonna make it work. And unfortunately, one of the open houses my mom and I plan to go to ends in 30 minutes, but my dad took the car, so I don't see that happening. Also, so here on Long Island, New York, at least where I live, like in this area, the houses are so close together. Like, when I moved to Ohio and I saw houses that were just in a normal price range, because obviously if you're living in a $3 million house, you're living in a huge house that has its own little like property. But when I saw houses that were just like a normal middle class type of home and they weren't right on top of each other, I was like, what the heck, this exists? But on Long Island, it's so on top of each other, and I hate it because you can kind of see right there my neighbor's window, and I don't know whose window that is exactly, and I feel so uncomfortable like opening up the window and just like walking all over my room. And I obviously don't want them like peering in and looking at me, but at the same time, this is like a classic, you know, beacon of light. Like I need the window open. So it's a struggle just being in an area that's so overly populated, which Queens, oh my goodness, gives me like heart palpitations practically. Queens is only like, I don't know, 15 minutes away from me. Like I'm very close to Queens. The houses, you could literally, if I were to reach outside this window, I could high five my next door neighbor through the windows because they're that close. It's insane. So at least here we get like a couple of feet. Well, Walter and I were just cuddling together when my mom decided to come over and break my whole heart.
Well, I think it's important for people to know.
Yeah.
In other words, that is why nobody wanted Walter.
Well, we didn't even say what you just showed me.
Well, can I tell the whole Walter story?
How long is it?
I'll do it in a minute. I know I'm boring. Walter.
You're not Dad.
I know. Walter originally came from down south, and our rescue, Rough House Rescue, goes down south and grabs dogs before they're euthanized, and that was what was going to happen to Walter in 2016. The pictures of him are so graphic. He was beaten up, you could tell he was abused, he was filthy, and nobody wants to adopt a dog like that, and plus he had a limp. And now they think that he can't bond with people, but you couldn't have a better dog than Walter, so I would tell people not to ignore dogs like him.
We'll show it.
All right, I have to call it up.
This was Walter, guys. Like, it doesn't even look like him.
He
and
has
his eyes.
bite marks, he's swollen, his eyes are so swollen, absolutely filthy, and other marks on him. And as we know, he has like an orthopedic a limp, probably from a past injury, so...
And look at him now. Although like he always looks sad, but it's like cute. It's like
he's happy.
He's happy.
Content.
Yeah, it's content. He's so content.
When dogs aren't happy, they would turn their face away from you and be turned the opposite way. He always wants to be with us. It's opposite.
He loves us, and we love him so much. I just know I'm gonna rescue a dog one
and look
day.
Look at the difference in the face. It's not swollen.
I know.
The scars are gone.
He has such a pretty face.
He does.
All right, we are en route to find Zach and I's future home.
Yes, I only have a couple of more days to get you to fall in love with the place. First of all, big news this week. Our town was voted the safest town in New York State.
Wow,
Village.
wait, so the safest one out of every town?
In New York State, yes.
What the heck?
I sent you the article.
That's insane.
I know.
That's like, what even makes this town so safe?
Well,
actually,
I'll
I'll tell you what makes this town so safe. So I've told you guys before, I live in a village and it's very small. I went for a run the other day. I passed at least, I don't know, it was multiple police officers. I don't know how many different, but I passed a police car at least 10 times on a 20-minute jog. Like, it's just, they're everywhere, and there's never any crime.
Right, private police force. Our town is 1 square mile. You know that we had the terrible thing that happened to our neighbor last week, that she fell, and you can tell what you witnessed there.
Oh yeah, so oh my gosh, it's actually really sad. I really don't know who she is, but one of our neighbors...
And she always asks about you, always.
Yikes. Our neighbor fell like 3 houses down, and it was like a really bad storm that night, and she was just laying out there in the rain. Like, no one obviously knew she fell until one of my other neighbors came home and called the police because she really hurt her leg. I looked out the window. There were like 5 police officers, an ambulance. Like, it looked like a SWAT standoff.
5 police cars.
Yeah, sorry, 5 police cars. So I don't know how many officers if they like ride together, but it was insane. All for a woman who fell in the rain. So yeah, it's a nice little town.
This house, that one is just about finished being built.
That one is if I win the lottery. Okay, so actually I should give the backstory. The one we're about to see, I have a feeling it's going to be crowded because multiple people I know who I've just run into over the past couple of days have talked about this house. I guess there's just not a lot of inventory in our town.
Not at all.
It is $749,000, which for Long Island, New York isn't that bad because it's just so freaking expensive here. 4-bed, 2.5 bath. Let us see. Oh my gosh, it's a couple of minutes later. There is literally a line outside the house. I've never seen that before, but this is the Long Island, New York real estate market. Holy moly.
How do I get you to move to Malvern?
Not with that line, that's for sure. We have made the decision to abort mission because they're letting just like 2 people in at a time. That's insane. I've never seen anything like that. Florida, here I come.
No.
We're back in the car. We will persevere. We are going to another open house that is in a nearby town. It's not as nice of a town, but maybe you'll get more bang for your buck. Probably not. What am I saying? We're on Long Island, but we shall see. It's actually the same price as the one we are going to see, $749,000. All right, we just pulled up to the house and there are no people outside, so that's a good sign. The house was actually cute, but it was small, especially when you consider the $749,000 price tag. I mean, the main floor, super small. I would personally probably knock out that wall right there and even knock out, you could see the fireplace, which the real estate agent said can be done, to open it up a bit. The one redeeming factor is I feel like the upstairs was pretty good. You have 3 rooms, all a decent size, all seem to get a good amount of natural light, which you guys know that is huge for me. Kind of a weird bathroom design, but I could deal with it. This is the master bedroom. It has 2 separate closets and then a bathroom as well. And then in one of the rooms, there's this attic. You go upstairs and it's actually a finished attic. Like you could use this as maybe an office or even just storage. Then there is a basement and it is finished. It was actually huge. However, you couldn't work out down here just because the ceilings were low, unfortunately. What are your thoughts?
You've got to make an offer.
Yeah, right.
You said they're negotiable. They're putting in a brand new garage door. Perfect Christmas house. You could host the first one.
No, it was
We'll have
really
Zach's family, your family. I'm by to babysit when that comes up.
No, it was definitely really nice. Then just for fun, my mom and I decided to look at a $1 million home, which I don't like doing this because it just makes me sad that I cannot afford a $1 million home. I will say it felt very sterile, but obviously you can maybe switch up some paint colors, add some artwork. It was nice. It was so nice. And it would have been like 1.8 million, but the location wasn't the best. So definitely can't afford it. Mom, come here. Do you know what this little pile is? Do you want to know? This is the pile of things my dad and I have gotten my mom for Christmas that she has never opened. I got her this foam roller because of her back pain maybe 4 or 5 years ago. Hasn't even unwrapped it. The reason my dad just pulled it up is because I need it because my back is in a lot of pain. So finally it'll go to use. Meanwhile, the MacBook that you said you wanted.
And you said you'd help me with, so
You
we have
never
to
took
set
the
it up.
initiative, Mom. What
We
do you have
will.
to say? I mean, I guess
We
it's
will.
good you're not materialistic, but...
And the foam roller, I never even knew what it was.
I told
what
you.
you do with it.
Mom, I told you. You don't think when I gave it to you...
If I do this, then who's gonna get me up?
I don't know, but I'm about to use it. I'm about to take your MacBook too. I've been needing a new laptop.
No.
Kidding, everyone. Okay, guys, I'm not trying to brag. I'm really not. But this chopped salad is one of the most beautiful things I have ever seen in my life. And in case you're wondering what the secret to a good salad is, it has to be chopped because it's like so good when you're eating and you get a lot of great things in each bite. Salad scissors, my mom bought them. I didn't even know it was a thing. So easy to use. It's how I chop all of my lettuce and it's just like, it seriously makes such a difference. Sure, you can get it on Amazon for like super cheap. It's 4:22 and literally all I have done today is go to those open houses and lay in this bed because this book was just so freaking good. I just finished it. It's called Little Voices. I read it in 2 days, which that is like the biggest sign for me that a book is amazing. It's like my 2-day rule. I don't think I've ever read a book in just 1 day, but 2 days, I couldn't stop thinking about this book. I could not put it down. I talked about it in last vlog, how Zach's mom actually sent me this book. One thing I didn't mention is that his mom and his family actually know the author's cousin. And the author's cousin is referred to in this book during some pretty volatile times, I guess I'll say, of just helping the author through some crazy things. Just a little recap. Kirsten is the author and she suddenly in her mid-30s realized she had a special gift, aka she could see and hear children who had passed away. And I know that sounds crazy. If you asked me 4 days ago if I believed in mediumship or any of that, I would have said no, like not at all. But one thing that's really selling me, having that connection that like Zach's family knows the author's cousin, I'm just like, it just makes it that much more credible for me. And the stories she tells, and she, through her gift, has helped solve murders. And the children will come to her and give like little like hints or signs. They'll also give messages to their loved ones. But what I didn't realize when I started reading this book is it's so much more than that. That's just one layer of the story. I'm not going to mention the huge, like, storyline that I didn't even know existed just because it's not mentioned on the back. So I think if you guys choose to read the book, maybe it will kind of shock you as much as it shocked me. I had no idea any of this was going to happen. It just was like one of the craziest books I've ever read. 5 out of 5 stars. I was just reflecting on my Instagram stories. This has never happened to me where the first 3 books of 2023, I've rated all of them 5 stars. And I don't think I'm like an easy rater. Like if a book's bad, I easily give it like, you know, 2 stars, 1 star, but the first 3 books of 2023 have been insane, so I'm like so excited for my next one. So if you guys have not yet read this book and you are a reader, even if you're not a reader, I really want Zach to read this. I think this is like a really good book to get into if you haven't read in a while because it's written so like just easy to read, like as if she's talking to you. Anyway, I am just like kind of obsessed. I also just got a nice little package from Urban Outfitters, which this is from the order. One vlog ago, I was working with Urban Outfitters on a video. This part of the order came late. So this is not part of the sponsorship, but I'm still excited to see because I totally forget what it is. I want to say it was a shirt, but I honestly forget. Ooh! Oh my gosh, this is not a skirt. This is a dress. Wow, and it's a long one. I love a nice flowy dress. Oh my gosh, I am obsessed. I definitely need to like run it through the dryer or like get a steamer or something because it's a little wrinkly, but what the heck? This like is so fun, especially for spring. I'm gonna try to link, or not try, I always say that. I am going to link this below for you guys because I think this is just like perfect. I need 2 things in an outfit. It needs to be comfy and obviously, hopefully, it needs to look good. Good morning, guys. I'm actually taking today off from the gym as well, which is not common, taking 2 days in a row off, but I feel like my body just needs it and I just want my body to like get back to normal because yesterday when I woke up, my entire body was just throbbing, like just absolutely throbbing. And this morning, I haven't gotten out of bed yet, but I'm feeling pretty good. And I think just one more day, I'm gonna be feeling fresh. So I've enjoyed this lazy morning, but time to get up. So when it comes to the Dyson Airwrap, you really do need to trust the process. I have no idea how this even happened. Is this even salvageable? That is the question of the hour. We will see. All right. I definitely got it to calm down a little bit. We're feeling good. And today I'm not gonna be doing my makeup because I have a very special guest coming over to do my makeup, which some of you probably remember him, and I'm super excited. But before we do that, I'm gonna go downstairs and we really need to address something with Tom because I uploaded a video yesterday and I saw a couple of comments. Oh, Walter, you're reading a book? Dad, are you super busy?
How much do we get?
Well, can I just ask you a question?
Yeah.
Okay, what do you think about the fact that some people commented on my video saying I'm so mean to you?
To me?
Yeah.
You're mean?
Yeah, they're like, why are you so mean to your dad?
I don't guess Irish humor.
Alright guys, the special guest has arrived! We have Luke!
Oh my god, this feels like a fever dream. I'm such a fan now, and it's like so crazy because we have videos that are so old together. I was a child.
How do you even remember that? The second I get here is like... I have an awesome memory, people. I remember when I had green poop on St. Patrick's Day. What?
We had such good times.
No, such good times, because you were like my babysitter.
It's funny because I was his babysitter. We're actually second cousins, which is funny. Like, his mom is my first cousin, but I'm closer in age to Luke than his mom, I think. And so it's funny because I would babysit him, but like, I almost felt like it wasn't even babysitting. Like, we were just like hanging out, you know? Like, it wasn't...
So funny. Yeah, because I'll tell, like, me and my best friends, like, we watch your videos. Like I've told you, like, for comfort, especially your videos now. I love the new style. It's like, it feels like I'm watching like a TV show or my podcast. Like, I have my coffee, like I'll sit outside. It's such a vibe.
Oh my gosh, Luke, geez, you really know how to hype a girl up. So one thing I don't even know if they know about you, but you are very good at makeup. You're very into makeup. You brought all of it.
Oh my god, well, this is definitely not all of it. I just brought like what I've been using.
Oh yeah, this is your entire collection.
Honestly, my collection probably has shrunk. I have really old makeup and I like will use it and make it filthy, but it's just like I'll refuse to get a new one because I have like an attachment to it. They don't even sell this one anymore. Like, I keep looking for this like NARS blush and I can't find it. When you first started your channel, it was makeup. Like, you loved makeup and you were so like, that was your thing. Like, and then you went to college for journalism.
Yes.
It was like a similar, like, so you've always just like loved the camera. I think that's so cool.
I know. Luke actually went to school for makeup. He still has a couple of classes
yeah. And I'm like, you know, I took a break and now I have to like work for a little, whatever, need the money. And then I'm hoping to go back to school in the city, get back into school because I want to have that full certificate because it would definitely get me a better job. It's hard to get a good job without any, like at least that.
All right, Luke, explain the look we are going for.
So I kind of like had in mind bridal, only because you have like, I know you have a fiance, you have a wedding coming up. So I wanted to like practice that look on you to just like, so we can like see the vision.
Yes.
I wanted to do like that, the classic smoky vibe, but with the liner, like smoky liner. How you do like almost like a pencil. You can use a liquid too, but I like doing either like wetting the shadow or doing a pencil. Not even a wing, just making it like a black line. You know she's wearing eyeliner and it's like dark, and then you smoke it out, curl the lashes up, make sure like everything's like just like cute.
I'm excited. Wait, did you know this is my first time ever having anyone do makeup on me?
That's crazy.
In my entire life.
I've never had my makeup professionally done either. Only when I was in school, like my student, we would do it on each other.
Wow.
Yeah, it's expensive. Like people charge a lot. Like it's honest.
That's why get into it, Luke.
Yeah, and especially, but that doesn't really surprise me because you've always been like into doing your own makeup too, and I get that. Like when other people do my makeup, a lot of the times I don't like how it looks because I'm so particular with how my face is and how I work on my face. I don't know. It's like a weird like obsessive thing I have where I
get it.
have to contour a certain way. You know your own face structure. Yeah, I want to do like a taupey, like smoky vibe.
I'm so excited.
Then with like, you know, the hint of the shimmer, like where it needs to be like in the lid. I want the lid to be light, like I said, and then have the dark liner.
That's like my exact vision that you just described. So
your
I'm
brows
excited.
look perfect right now. Like literally, I feel like they're so perfect. Like,
They're so light though.
No, they're not.
Yeah,
There's
they
people that have done that are so much light. Like people, you'd be surprised. People have no eyebrows.
I have like a thing you can fill them in more.
Okay, yeah. But I don't even want to fill them in a lot. I mean, I don't know what type of brows you like. I just like, you know, like filling them, brushing them.
Yeah, like I don't like it to be. I don't want it to be like.
It looks like you like they're nicely shaped. So.
But they definitely need something. That's
Yeah,
for sure.
so and then we'll do like a slight like natural contour. I love blush.
No, I'm down for that, especially for
Not
wedding.
too, especially for wedding. Yeah, and then I love dewy. Do you like being dewy?
Yes, yeah. Do whatever.
Wanna do like
do whatever.
a
I'm a blank canvas, ready for anything.
Cute, cool.
All right, this is the before. We have the after results. I am obsessed. I'm obsessed.
I can't even tell how it looks on camera.
And especially like my skin looks so dewy in a way that it normally doesn't.
It was we used the Laura Mercier. Which one was?
But also your techniques, your beauty school techniques. Like, oh my gosh, I am like.
Well, I love that Laura foundation.
What the?
So good.
This is so good. Oh my goodness. You have to finish school because then you can be.
I know. I'm craving going back. I really am.
Oh
this
my
was so
gosh.
fun.
I know. You definitely have to do it again. I mean, I could do this all day.
I'm so down. I know.
Wow, I love this. So this is like, and we are going for like the soft bridal glam glow, if you call
Definitely
it that.
more of like a natural.
Yeah, and
bridal.
I'm obsessed. Wow.
Yeah. Let me see the eyes on the light. Yeah, the eyes they're very like subtly like glam. You know what I mean? I like the faded look. Like I like how it's like blended like that. I just like that.
I love a good blend. I mean, yeah, this is so good. I'm obsessed. Wow. Thanks, Luke. This is literally something you would have yelled at me about 10 years ago, and now you're the one.
I'd have done it myself.
Clearly, Luke left, but I am so obsessed with this makeup. Like, there's just something, because obviously, like, I do my makeup every day, but there's something about the way a makeup artist or someone who actually took classes on it and is skilled does it. Like, he was doing a bake under the contour, the eyes. Like, I'm just obsessed with how natural isn't the word. I mean, this is like a natural, like smoked out look, but like even just like gradient, like how it all just looks so like not harsh. Like I don't like harsh makeup. It's just so good. It's about to be halftime on the Bengals game. We've just been watching the first half inside, but oh my gosh. My mom had a bad experience today with a real estate agent who was mean, and normally I'm the type of person who's like, oh, like just let everyone do whatever, like don't be mean back, but it actually kind of made me angry. Do you want to tell your experience with the real estate agent today?
I should say the guy's name.
Well, I don't want to.
All right.
See, this is the difference between me and you.
Open house experience today was a new one, and I think I'm seasoned at open houses, but your cousin and I went to an open house, looking forward to it. We get there, there's a sign out front, open house today, the balloon, the whole bit. I ring the doorbell, which many people just walk right in. Rang the doorbell, no answer. So then I said, maybe we should walk in. the door was locked. A woman walked out from the backyard and said, "Oh, it's a nice house." And we didn't say anything further. Then I figured, let's knock. Doorbell doesn't work. Nothing. So then we decided to go around the back. There was a back door. We knocked. No answer. Tried it, and it was open. And that door opens right into the kitchen. So we open the door, step into the kitchen, and a man looks at us and said, "What are you doing?" And your cousin said, "Isn't this the open house?" He goes, "Yeah, what are you doing in the house?" And she said, "We're here for the open house." He just made us look so stupid and talk to us stupid. She started to answer again, and I just said, "We're done here." And it was the
real estate agent. You never said
that. Yeah, I'm sorry. So it was the real estate agent. And how dare he talk to us like that? It's his open house. He should have left a note on the door saying that we don't answer the door or whatever his story was. But how dare he? He really talked to us like speaking down to us. And I didn't like it, and I didn't like the way he looked at us either. So I just wanted out of there, and that's when I just said, "That's it, we're done." And we started to walk out. But then after, I said, we should almost step back in there again and say, "Sorry, we don't want to see your smelly house anyway," or something like that. But we could see as soon as we walked in, the house just smelled musty. There was nothing done with it.
Well, don't insult the house. It's the owners.
It's both. I was just turned off.
The owners did nothing to you. Let's want to stop you there. But no, but normally, like, I'd be like, "Oh, whatever, let it go." I almost feel like you actually should contact the company.
I'm going to email the agency, and also it's an agency I never heard of. So it's not one of our local people that we normally have. By now they will know my face, and they're all so friendly. But I have no idea what his story was or why a person that's in that business, you're supposed to be welcoming, and, how dare he?
Yeah.
I don't even like to be looked at like that or spoken to like that. Really, I'm disappointed in myself for not punching him in the throat.
Mom, oh my God, in the throat. Okay, this is where we... Walter, you would never do that. Dad, tell everyone what Granny said about Meghan Markle. You have to, his mom, who, as you can imagine, is Irish. She's in Ireland.
My dear mother from Ireland, and said, "Is there much about Harry back there?" And she said, she's that Meghan, she's only a tramp. She's only a tramp.
That was way too good not to share. And my dad's actually going back to Ireland to visit, obviously, his mom, his brother, sister, like all of that, his family, in just a few days. Oh my gosh, it's actually coming up. I would have went, but I currently don't have a passport. I'm currently in like the processing stage of getting a new passport. I've really dropped the ball with it, so it's really not good to not have a passport, just in case there were any family emergencies. I don't know, like it's not good, but I'm not able to go back to Ireland with my dad this time. However, if he were to go this summer, I guess I have a lot this summer, my wedding, but I don't know. I really want to go back to Ireland because when I go just with my dad, like, it's a lot of him just like meeting up with old friends, going over for tea. Like, it could definitely be a lot of like mundane tasks to me, but I always love just being in Ireland, and I need to go back. So hopefully soon. But oh, one thing I did want to mention, I got this in my last video. It's the Juno Skin Clean 10 Cleansing Balm. I've been loving it. Like, life-changing. I feel like it really takes off my makeup, which I don't even want to take off my makeup since Luke did it, but I obviously have to. I'm not going anywhere tonight. But this stuff is so freaking good. And then after, I go in with just like a cleanser. This is my Beauty Pie Japan Fusion Cleanser that I love. So I really feel like it's like getting every single thing off, which I just... You know when you remove your makeup and then like it's actually like only 3/4 of the way removed, and it's still like if you were to put a paper towel on your cheek, orange would still come off? I hate that. And that's how it is when I use makeup wipes. So I'm very much so here for this little makeup routine, or taking off makeup routine I have had going, but I think this vlog is long enough. I was worried I didn't do a full weekend of my life. Like, if you guys were wondering, on Friday I just played pickleball and then went over to Carly's house. We were playing with just a couple of our friends, so it was a lot of fun, and I felt like without Friday this vlog might be short, but I think it's the perfect length. So I'm gonna go. I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.